Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is kind of like unbelievable because I was talking about the same thing yesterday, and I know I spoke about it before because I had this in my mind, and I think that's a route Russia will take eventually. And that is a transfer of population. If you were with me and you were watching my videos, maybe you heard me saying that not only in the United States of America, the transfer of population will occur based on cultural preferences. And that is, conservatives will go, or people of certain kind of, ideology, or, tradition or culture will go and migrate in certain kind of states where they're going to vote their people in office, and they will make laws and policies according to their preferences, and the other ones will go in others, like California versus Florida, for example. Very distinct and clear cases. And I thought about the same thing with Russia before. I said, well, maybe Russia will do the same thing, since they have all these non-European values and they are so non-tolerant. They might open their borders to get certain kind of people from the West, very upset with the values of Europe, and go and be intolerant in Russia. Here you have an article, actually two of them, talking about the exact thing. If these guys are going to implement this little thing, I'm going to be a good American and I'm going to sue them. And I will ask for money because I said it first. No, I'm just kidding, obviously, because I'm pretty sure this was something that was floated around in Russia for some time. Let me show you what's going on here. So I have, as I said, two articles. One, I have it from Russia Today, and the other one, I have it from Business Insider here. And the same thing, but I'm going to start with Russia Today because it comes from Mother Russia, so they will tell us exactly what they think. This is from today, the 12th of May, 2023, and I'm quoting, "Migrant Village for conservative Americans to be built in Russia. Lawyer." No, it was not me. "Thousands of Westerners want to flee," and I'm quoting, "radical liberal values," end quote, a Russian immigration attorney has claimed. Construction of an, and I'm quoting, "American village for 200 families of conservative immigrants will start in Moscow region in 2024. Immigration attorney Timur Beslangurov has revealed. Beslangurov, a partner in the Vista law firm, brought up the new settlement at a session of the St. Petersburg International Legal Forum on Thursday. And I'm quoting, "Basically, they're Orthodox Christians, Americans and Canadians who, for ideological reasons, want to move to Russia," end quote, he said. So Orthodox Christians, I don't think they will stop only to that. They probably will not care about that much. All right, so the regional government approved the construction, but the prospective immigrants are funding the settlements themselves, according to Beslangurov. It will be built in the Serpukhov district due south of Russian capital. Tens of thousands of Westerners would like to move to Russia, the attorney claimed, including people with no Russian roots. And I'm quoting, "The reasons are known. It's the imposition of radical left liberal values in the West, which basically have no limits. Today," I'm quoting, continuing to quote, "today they have 70 genders, tomorrow who knows what," end quote. Beslangurov told the conference, and I'm quoting Beslangurov again, "Many normal people do not understand this, and they want to emigrate. Many choose Russia, but face a huge number of bureaucratic problems related to the imperfection of Russian immigration laws," end quote. One potential group of immigrants are traditionalists, Catholics, who are, and I'm quoting, "white Americans with many children," end quote, said Beslangurov, adding that the US government considers them, and I'm quoting, "domestic terrorists," end quote. An FBI memo made public in February referred to, and I'm quoting, "radical traditionalist Catholic," and quote, believers as potential, and I'm quoting, racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists, end quote. After 19 Republican state attorneys general demanded of the federal government to stop its, and I'm quoting, anti-Catholic bigotry, end quote, the FBI disavowed the document. And I'm going to go to Business Insider, which is the same. Russia is floating a plan to build a village for conservative Americans who want to move to a Christian country and are tired of liberal ideology in the US. So this is the same thing what they say around 200 family. The same strongly it's like a copy. Let's see if it's from Russia Today taken or not. It's Matthew Loch, but no, these guys do not have usually a name. No. So I don't know, it's the same thing. I skimmed through it. So I don't see anything impossible regarding this issue. And hey, now you guys can run too. Because I used to tell my American, Native American, that means born here. Those are Native Americans for me. Because they were born here. Everybody else, right, immigrated, came from somewhere, including their ancestors, right? Anyway, so I should tell them, guys, if something happens here, and things get really, I maybe can escape, I can go to Europe or something. Where are you guys going to go? Now we know. You have Russia as an option. That reminds me of, if you're familiar, which I don't think you are, but some of you, I'm pretty sure you are. Why? Because sometimes I read comments and I have other means to know. Some of you might know, if you remember the white farmers in Rhodesia, my friends from Zimbabwe and South Africa, remember what happened to them? Where they went and who accepted them? Not the Netherlands, not the Boers, not the Netherlands, the Brits a little bit, and then a lot of them immigrated to Russia, and the Russian government said, come over here if you want, bring everything here to Russia. The white farmers from South Africa and Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, okay? I say Rhodesia so people understand what I'm talking about here. All right, so that's one thing. When the Russians first said, no, you don't want to get them, Great Britain? Okay, we take them. I was like, oh shit, that's the first sign these guys might do something like that. Well, now you guys, you can go over there. Now, if they get shittier here, we'll find out that in 2 years. After the 2024 elections, we're going to find out which direction this country really goes. It's going to just be over the cliff or not. And we'll see if the lemmings are going to follow or they're going to do something about it. I don't know, try to work within the system. Or maybe, I don't know, say, you know what, abort ship, let's move. We don't know. We'll find out. It depends on what happens in Russia as well. Remember, the Russians they have very bigoted cultural trends, as Hungary, as Romania, as Ukrainians, but hey, they say a thing, but go and live with them a little bit and you find out. Go and talk to people. It's the same thing as everywhere, man. It's a trend that's pushed, a change of culture from those guys over there, which I don't know who the hell pushes them in the first place to change all that. And then you have the common people. If you talk to them by action, talk to them and go and see how they act in certain instances, you realize, you're just playing, you're just fake. You're the same as everybody else and you just play along because you are a coward. Like all of us, more or less. And that's why courage comes into place. When you're afraid of doing certain things, then you show courage or you don't show courage. But you can't be reckless, if you know what I mean. I mean, that's not courage anymore. So anyway, go and call those guys in Russia, put your name on it, and when these guys are gonna look for your things to, I don't know, collect them, for instance, or do something else, who knows what these guys are gonna do, you can always fly over there. And it's gonna be worse over there. I know it's gonna be worse, but anyway, just a clue, a hint. Well, I knew this will happen at one point, not really building a village, but I knew they will say, you know what, we're going to make it easier for certain kind of people to come over. I know that a lot of Americans live in Eastern Europe, like in Hungary, in Romania, in Czech Republic and Slovakia, for various reasons, and some of them are exactly the bigoted reasons mentioned here. They're not tolerant, they don't have European values, and they're bad dudes. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.